We're continuing to follow new leads and information tonight on that home invasion in Llano County that has been our big story all day long on KXAN. This is the suspect, Edward Adamson. He's accused of attacking an elderly couple and stealing their car. Texas Rangers have now joined in on the search. This is the Jeep police believe he is driving right now. It's a 2014 Jeep Compass with Texas license plate CCZ 2353. Adamson is wanted in 5 counties for various crimes, including parole violations and burglary charges. Authorities say Adamson was running from the law after a Llano police officer pulled him over for a routine traffic stop. And during the chase, he ran into a house and crashed into a truck and then took off running. A woman in the car, Brittany Trevino, was taken into custody, charged with public intoxication. But Adamson was gone last night. Llano police say they searched for hours on the west side of town, north of the Llano City Lake. It wasn't until next morning when a call came in that an elderly man had been tied up and his elderly wife had been assaulted. The main suspect is Edward Adamson. We have team coverage for you tonight. Our Amanda Brandeis with more details on what we have learned about Adamson's past from his family in Kerrville. But first, our David Scott live in Llano. He's learned more about the initial search for Adamson and the reaction from neighbors.
Some new information for you, Robert, but let me tell you, it's just over 24 hours now since this all began with a truck crashing into a home, an intensive police search, the vicious mugging of an elderly couple, and now a statewide alert. Llano police have been at it, exhausted, but they concede so far no signs of Edward Adamson, who's considered armed, extremely dangerous, and vowing to kill a lawman before he's taken back to prison. The truck, pursued by police, slammed into Winona McCullough's home around 9:30 Thursday evening. Officers found 23-year-old Brittany Trevino in it, drunk, they say, and uncooperative. She was arrested but released. 47-year-old Edward Adamson, a dangerous parole violator, got away. An extensive neighborhood search overnight couldn't find him. Police looked around homes and the tall weeds along the Llano River. He may have slept on Chuck Holmberg's porch. Chuck came out early in the morning looking for varmint skunks and almost came across a big one.
And I just happened to look over here and said, man, there's something wrong. And that's what I found. But I didn't come around here. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't, because I probably got jumped and beat up myself.
No, it was his neighbor that got beat up. An 87-year-old neighbor was tied up, his 84-year-old wife knocked unconscious, their new Jeep Compass stolen. The sheriff's department tells us Adamson is armed, extremely dangerous, and vowing to kill a cop before being taken back to prison. The search resumed Friday, but neighbors to the attack had to hear about it from other neighbors or phone calls. They think they should have heard from the law.
Absolutely, because they're saying this man's dangerous and he's armed and everybody should be cautious about him. But I haven't heard a word from him. And I live here and I'm home all the time. And I also have a telephone.
I don't know how far door to door, but to me, I think they should have contacted the neighbors. That might have prevented this from happening.
We'll never know. Police tell us tonight they have found evidence suggesting that Edward Adamson spent the night in the Llano River, just a short way away from the crime scene. And I'm also told that Adamson does have relatives elsewhere in Llano County. Authorities have been checking with them to see if they know anything about his whereabouts. But they also tell us tonight he could be long gone out of Texas. In Llano, David Scott, KXAN News.